Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the vlog. Although this one probably feels a bit too professional as I've got Karl with me this time. So yeah, we're in Glasgow. We're at the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome. It's located inside the Emirates Arena, just behind me. And I'm back in Scotland. I'm back training with basically the guys I grew up with and raced bikes with. So I'll take you inside, we'll get to know the team. You might even get to see some of our secret training. But yeah, enjoy. No-handed backwards 360. That's the level of skill you need. That's the amount of hours you need to stick in just playing and having fun with your bike. 3, 2, 1.
Let's have a look.
Did he? Oh!
That's what Adrian told you.
Oh, he's done. He's done.
He's done. Let's go.
This is Jack Karl, who needs no introduction. No introduction at all. This guy he's actually okay on the bike, but he's a really nice guy. The thing you'll like about Jack is he likes a beer and a pizza. Potentially probably more than the next guy. Maybe too much. But anyway, how was your experience of Tokyo? That's what the people want to hear.
It wasn't what everyone had hoped the first Olympics would be in terms of atmosphere because of COVID. It was just like any other race really at the end of the day because we were outside the village, so it just felt like any other World Championship other than you were representing Team GB instead of British cycling.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear, so I didn't miss out on much.
You didn't miss out on much, but well,
an Olympic medal would have been nice.
You missed out on the Olympic medals.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be a given that I would have got one if I went.
Yeah, don't be harsh on yourself.
True. And what's the motivation since coming back from Tokyo? Because that's a track sprint, I'll be honest.
It's tough.
Track sprinting looks a bit shite. You just rock up, you do 1 or 2 efforts, and you sit about for hours. And guys like Chris Hoy and that did it for what, 12 years every day.
Jason 45 years it was.
Jason Kenny 45 years, amazing. Cian Amadi went to his first Olympics, I think it was Barcelona. Still going, still trying to make Paris.
1996. He didn't get selected, he was trying for Barcelona.
Yeah,
he's still not been selected.
He was non-traveling.
He's still not been selected yet.
But anyway, how's your motivation? You've only done 1 Olympic cycle and you already look cracked to me.
No, my motivation is slowly coming back to me here in Glasgow. Yes, it's. I think having friends and family around help that. Well, actually, let's reverse it. How are you feeling having a burst eardrum this time going into the games?
There's still time yet. There's still time yet for an injury. So the last Commonwealth Games we went, it was in the Gold Coast.
I'm sure you could ask Karl as well for.
We could, yeah. We might insert some footage in there. I burst my eardrum a week out. We're having a day at the beach. And
probably not what you should be doing.
But it didn't hold me back. If anything, it was the adequate fatigue I needed.
You do go well off fatigue.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be
I don't know if you've said that
fatigue on the bike.
Before.
Right, I'm up.
Oh, okay, PG's coming.
That was Jack Karl.
Thank you. Cheers. Cheers, guys.
$85k an hour. Just nice and easy.
Yeah.
You'll get a bit of breather yourself, and then after 8 laps, we're going to drop back onto the black and do a final 2k roundabout, probably a zone 1 effort. 14 8.
Nice.
So,
hello. How you doing? Didn't see you there. Just having a little pre-brief with Kyle about his efforts. This is Kyle's life. So you live a minute down the road, and you get a taxi, don't you? Make sure it's a deep clean before you get in it. Don't know what's funny.
How can I take that seriously, man?
No, but in all seriousness, you're doing good.
Final touches on the track, tuning up. A nice gradual taper into the race, and hopefully going to come away with some silverware.
You haven't always been a professional bike rider.
In 2017, I was 150 miles off the coast of Scotland, living on an oil rig platform, pumping oil out the ground. Sorry to all the Greenpeace watchers, but it had to be done. So yeah, I gave up my job. I took an 8-month sabbatical in September 2017 to qualify for the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games in 2018. And I did that, and I got selected, and I went to the commies. And 5 years down the line, I'm still full time on the bike and living the dream.
So at 28, you thought, I'm going to become a full-time bike rider, and you actually flipping did it. That's
Pete
amazing.
had 8 hours track experience to my name. Yeah, I invested in, I had a good coach, nutritionist, S&C coach, got the track time from Scottish Cycling, took me on as a guest, and yeah, left no stone unturned, and yeah, give it everything. And this 8-hour track experience, 8 months out from the game, people thought I was nuts.
How does it feel being back in Glasgow?
Yeah, it's good. I feel like it's always good morale in track centre and stuff, and everyone's like good banter and stuff. So
It's pretty relaxed, isn't it? There's no prima donnas.
it's just chill vibes and yeah.
Just everyone gets up, gets their work done.
Yeah.
And then just pisses off home.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's pretty nice. I like being here.
And what will you be doing at the Commonwealth Games?
So the sprint event. So start with team sprint, and then it's individual sprint, 500, and then Keaton last day.
And this is your first
Yeah.
Commonwealth Games? First time representing
Yeah.
Team Scotland?
Yeah, I'm excited. So I even got got my nails done, perfect for the occasion. But no, I'm really excited. I think it's always quite a big thing. It just feels really special, representing your individual nation. So for Scotland, so yeah, I can't, and especially because it's in the UK, so my parents and family are coming.
The last female sprinter, you might correct me here, Charlene
Yeah,
Joyner?
I think it was. Yeah.
Jenny Davis.
Uh-huh.
So you're leading the way for the next generation.
Yeah. No, I think it's good, especially we've got a team sprint team as well. So I think it's quite positive to show that female sprinters are coming through in Scotland and stuff.
Yeah, I
And
reckon.
we're all quite young as well, so hopefully we'll be there for the next commies and more girls will come up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it's really positive. It shows the sport's going the right way. Getting more participation. So.
Yeah, track cycling seems to be leading the way for equality in sport, but you would be better at commenting than me.
Yeah,
with
but I think that's so that's how I got into the sport. Was they're trying to get more girls in. So I did a talent transfer.
Yeah, and does it feel like you're leading that charge?
What, me personally?
Yeah. You will be at Birmingham. The young girls are going to see you on the TV.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that?
No,
Have you
not
thought
really,
about the greater
actually.
influence?
No, I feel like it's still kind of not really in my head that we're actually going.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe once I get down there, but yeah, it's quite. Yeah, it's kind of a mad thing to think, but yeah, hopefully we can inspire more girls to get into it, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite a surreal thought, but.
Good on you. Well, thank you very much for taking time to speak to
Thank
me.
you.
We're here with Scottish cycling stalwart John Archibald. How would you describe yourself, John, as a rider?
Diesel.
Big diesel.
Not a lot of fast twitch, but I like the steady state, like the time trials, like the pursuit,
Yeah.
like the odd bunch race. Yeah.
So you came into the sport quite late, eh? But you've always ridden, am I right?
So I came to the sport about 2014, having had done a lot of swimming in the background.
Yeah.
But I know I was
Hence
just
the massive torso.
possibly, yeah. It didn't help me swim very fast, but yeah, theoretically.
I reckon what a lot of people want to know that know you is how was your stint as a pro road rider? Scotland's first born and bred pro road rider since Brian Smith.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. Callum Johnson is now pro.
Oh,
And
of course,
I imagine there might be a few more next year, but you're actually helping lead the way.
No.
How was it?
Well, I got a very good opportunity through Sean Yates.
Yeah.
So he was great all year helping me out, but just my experience wasn't what I hoped it would be. It didn't work out for me in the end, in terms, both ways. I wasn't compatible with the team, and they weren't really compatible with what I was looking for either, in terms of the focus.
Okay.
So there was a lot of focus on climbing and weights and the old school things of pump your tubs up to 120 psi and see how you get on. But and I was more interested. Well, just things. There was things that didn't fit,
Yeah.
and then the style of racing as well. I wanted to enjoy it, but in reality, it just wasn't for me.
And you've got the weight of the Archibald family now. You're doing it solo.
I know. It's a lot of pressure, that, isn't it?
Is that better? Because sometimes Katie can steal the headlines, and I know you love the attention.
Yeah.
So now you're just the only Archibald there. People
No.
are going to want to know you.
Well, normally the only reason the media want to speak to me is so they can get a joint interview. So hopefully that means I've got no media obligations whatsoever. She's not there.
Apart from my vlog.
Yeah.
Sweet. So I've got you to myself.
Yeah.
I'm here with Neil and Lewis. These two big strong boys not only are here to make me look small and lean, looking at you, Lewis.
Particularly lean. You're looking
Neil,
particularly
you are muscular and lean, so you've covered it all.
I appreciate the compliment, but the camera doesn't lie.
No, you're looking good. I've got the Commies keg.
You've got the comments.
There's a Commies keg,
Yeah,
which
that-
I can tell you is fast.
That's the Pisano's keg, isn't it?
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
But anyway, these guys will be riding the tandem. How many years have you been on the tandem, Neil?
Good question. We're talking 14 years.
And you were athletics before
I
that?
was 1 and 200 metre runner.
What's better?
Well, I'm better at cycling.
Oh yeah.
So therefore it must be better. Is that how it works?
I reckon, yeah, it's definitely a bit of bias in there. Yeah. How long have you been riding with Lewis?
A couple days. Yeah, we haven't ridden together much.
I'm going to be honest, is Craig McLean the gold standard of stoker?
I can't believe you're doing this to me.
He's the gold standard of looking like an absolute beast.
Yeah.
Always.
Definitely the best ass.
Yes.
How did you feel about that? I mean, you were the star of the show, but Craig took the
I
limelight.
was not the star. I very much remember the Sun headline of Craig Hardassian. And
And also Neil was somewhere there.
I don't think so, but that's
He
fine.
didn't even get a mention.
In some of the pictures of Craig on the podium, you could see me.
He was hidden behind that fat booty.
Anyway, you've been all over, mate. How many Olympics have you been to?
Got correct you there, Mark. It's Paralympics.
How many Paralympics
Thank
have you
you.
been to? My bad.
So I've done 4.
4 Paralympics.
So this is not Paralympics, it's the Commonwealth
Well, I
Games.
was going to say, and how many?
It's been my 3rd Commonwealth Games, all of which you've been at.
Yeah, we've been on this journey together.
I have some very, very fond memories of you back in 2014, just a young wee whippersnapper.
Just a wee one.
I don't want to steal the show here, but
In theory,
Neil, in
yes.
theory, if he gets 2 golds, will be Scotland's most successful ever athlete.
Most winningest.
Yes,
Winningest.
most goals.
Winningest is a word, isn't it?
Yes.
Most winningest athlete.
In the States, yes.
Male, female, cross-gender,
Don't know everything, man.
cross-gender, across
Just the best.
able-bodied.
Cross it all.
Amazing, mate.
But
But there's the infamous Alex.
Lewis has to help me win 2 golds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have to wish one of our teammates not to succeed, which is not what I'm doing. I want him to do well.
Yeah, and he's also
Yeah.
he's the best in the world.
And he's won- did you-
9-time world champ. How many world champs do you have?
At 14, but
Oh, okay,
Ah,
it's looking good then.
no.
It's looking good.
Yeah.
but yeah, he's got those 3 chances, and one of those will be enough for him to be Bolton.
Just finished track. I'm now seeing a bit of physio. I always feel bad because I only contact Dave when I want something. But I guess that's the nature of Dave's jobs. This is Dave Brandy. He's the head of physio for Scottish Cycling. But you work for the Institute, am I right?
Yeah, so head of physiotherapy at the Scottish Institute of Sport, and I lead for cycling, for Scottish Cycling. So most of my clinical work is, as well as managing the team for the Institute, a lot of my clinical work is delivering to you guys.
Bit of
cyclists.
hands-on.
Yeah.
And how many Commonwealth Games, what number will this be for you?
This is my 3rd Games.
Oh, same as me.
So I was in Glasgow and Gold Coast, and then
Yeah.
into Birmingham. So yeah, it just all revs up again. It's good.
Does Birmingham feel somewhat anticlimactic after the last 2? Or are you just as excited?
I think because we've come from a place of it being so quiet with lockdown and everything else, it's because it's now it's kind of everything's getting going again and it's ramping up. So it's quite nice actually, because it's almost like it's starts to feel a bit more normal. Although we're wearing masks and everything in here, but things do start to feel a bit more normal. So that's really good.
What's your favourite part about being a physio for cyclists?
Fingers crossed, injuries aren't too common, and if it does happen, it's because of crashes and all that kind of stuff. I like more the fact that it's the mechanics of people on a bike. How do you fit people into a bike, and how do you sort of optimise their performance on the bike?
Yeah.
That's that's what I enjoy and that's what I like. So it's a good fit.
Megan, what's your least favourite part?
Crashes.
Crashes.
Dealing with crashes, yeah.
Yeah.
Inevitably that happens, but. Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, we don't see too much of that, but it's part of the game, as you know, and it does happen.
Oh, I know,
so, yeah.
So I'm not sure if this is specifically just reserved for cyclists, but when we're getting physio or if we're at races, we kind of do a nappy so that the physios can get into our kind of hips and glutes. It's quite hard when we're wearing clothing, so we kind of just strip down and just wear a towel like this on the bed. Which I've done for a few physios in the past, and I think they've got a fright.
You think?
Any other sports you've experienced this with?
It's most common in cycling. I think because you guys probably use massage more than
Yeah.
a lot of other sports, sort of routinely at races.
Yeah.
So you guys are used to this, whereas a lot of sports don't. But it
very
kind of does
European.
give us the access that we need to get to the big muscle groups you use in cycling. You kind of need to get to your glutes and hips and what have you. So yeah.
What a couple of days at the velodrome. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know my teammates. Some old, some new. And thanks a lot to Scottish Cycling for facilitating having a couple of Kiwis at the sessions, Karl on the camera and Emma, who embarrassed me more than once in front of the coaches out sprinting me. But yeah, it's been good fun. So hopefully we can keep this content coming and hopefully actually do all right at the Commonwealth Games. We'll see. Stay tuned for more.